Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment you've been waiting for. The review for Undoing series finale. Brought to you by the Epic Entertainment Critics. So,
Well,
I know everybody's been waiting on this. So, it's been getting buzz on the internet. People was like, how's this going to end? You know, when they set up, you know what? I'm going to give the show some props. They set up a good mystery. They set up, they made you really want to find out who did this. Because they never really gave nobody they didn't, they put stuff out there, but they didn't make it for sure, just this person, that person, except Jonathan.
Yeah.
But that seemed too obvious, you
right.
know?
And they made sure not to give anyone a clear alibi.
Right.
Everybody seemed guilty of something.
Right.
You know. And not only that, they also went the extra step of making every single character seem just sinister enough that they probably did it.
Right. And then they kind of make you think the main character, Nicole Kidman character, Grace, they kind of made you think, okay, she kind of crazy. Did she do some, did she do something she can't remember? Did she got another personality? They threw a lot of stuff out there to kind of make you wonder. And like I was saying with that lawyer, which is a red herring, but I will talk about that, her friend kept popping up at weird times and times that I felt like she didn't belong there. She was there, and I was like, okay, what are they doing with her? What do they keep showing her for? You know?
Yeah.
So they had some misdirects. They had a lot of misdirects.
Like, never addressed at all. Like, they even had her old man show up outside of the husband of the murder victim.
Oh yeah.
His apartment and looking up at his window all crooked.
Oh no, they had her father do that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So like he just showed up looking like a supervillain.
Yeah, they added, stuff like that. It's some, they had a couple of things that never panned out because when the guy asked, when she asked who else did he have an affair with, they made it seem like that was gonna mean something to the plot. That meant nothing. One thing I did notice, and we'll get to this, but the lawyer, she never had no husband there, and I was like, I don't know if she was divorced or whatever, but like I was like, where's her husband, or where's the girl dad? Like,
yeah,
I never saw him.
I never gave it any thought. Actually.
I didn't, but I was thinking, that is Jonathan Kidd or whatever. I don't know, but anyway,
like if they ever do make a season 2, probably gonna find out it's his kid.
Okay, so the last episode, they started the court case, and like I said, the lawyer, what's her name? Some Fitzgerald. I can't remember her first name, but the Jonathan's lawyer was one of the best. She's good, and we said she brought people on the stand, and she actually did her job. She created all that doubt, and she created doubt in me because she was making it look like the husband had some good reason to do it. Where at first you just thinking he's just a victim, but the way she made it look, it could have been him.
Well, like even like because she was asking some damn good questions.
Yeah,
and the first time we're hearing any of those questions is when she's asking them.
Yeah.
I was like, so who else might she have been sleeping with? Because she's already cheating on you with one guy.
Right.
So that's not a problem. For
Right,
like
right.
The further along she goes, like, that makes sense.
Right. And it's like, the thing was, like, hey, they had a relationship. We know this, but that gives you motive. And your alibi is not strong. And then she also was looking to show that, y'all, you knew that he was cheating, and y'all argued about it. You just a jealous husband that took revenge. That's she kind of painted that picture. That was her whole goal, and she actually did that.
Did a great job.
But let's talk about actually the cliffhanger on the last episode, the hammer. So we was wondering what was going to happen with this hammer. So we know the murder weapon was her sculpting hammer, and Grace found it on Henry's violin. Now we talked about that in the last review, and I was wondering exactly where it's going to go. So they bring the hammer out, and she don't hide it. She tell everybody.
Right.
And they was wondering like, how does it get her? This right here is like making me say, okay, either somebody trying to frame them or Jonathan's just the dumbest SOB on the planet.
So like when you get that reveal, it's like, oh damn.
Right. So, but it's starting to make you say, okay, could he have done it? But no, I don't think he did it. So,
Because if he
somebody
did it,
must be framing him.
right? Because like you start things like, if he did it, why would it be there?
That's why I said he ain't dumb enough to leave it there.
And I'm gonna tell you what, like this is the bulk of like the strategy for like making you wonder if who the killer is. Like Jonathan is too smart to be dumb enough to do this.
Yeah.
And like so you're like, okay, so it's clearly not what it looks like because he's too smart for that. So was it so and so or was it such and such? And so like as you're watching, like the more we find out, it's like, so we find out that the kid found the hammer,
Right.
you know, at the lake house,
Right.
and he ran.
And he said he ran it through a dishwasher. So they was like, oh, well,
Twice.
maybe some DNA from the husband is on their hammer. If my DNA ain't on it, his DNA is on it, that can exonerate me or whatever.
And
That's
so,
what
like,
Jonathan said.
Right. And so it's like, I'm sitting there, it's like, okay, so clearly he did do it because he wants the hammer tested.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, he already knew.
You knew what?
He already knew that the kid found the hammer and washed it.
Oh, you think so?
Because otherwise he wouldn't be saying, no, you need to go get this tested.
But we don't know who did it yet.
Yeah. So like, you're sitting there, it's like, clearly he knows he didn't do it. He wants to get the hammer tested.
Right. So, but and then I'm looking when he was like, this actually put Henry in the crosshairs too.
Yeah.
That's the problem where they bring Fitzgerald in and they say, what should we do? She's like, okay, if they get this hammer, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter that this doesn't prove anything. Like,
Yeah.
the circumstantial evidence of this existing alone destroys our case.
Right.
I can't look, and I love how she said, I can't tell you what to do with this.
I never saw this.
But like, I noticed the way she phrases, like, I cannot advise you to conceal or destroy.
Yeah.
Notice I'm only giving you two options.
Yeah. So they kind of basically saying she don't really care if he's guilty. She just want to win her case.
Like, yeah, that's it.
her position.
That's all she's in there for. She wants to win.
But this to me is showing that, and then they was like, wait a minute, why would it be there? You know, you just came there to hide after the crime or after they knew you was going to be that they was going to try charge you for it, and and he said, oh well, I bring her here sometime, and the dad was like, you son of a.
Like, Jonathan could not help but be a scumbag.
I mean, it's more stuff come out about him every time it's like every little secret, something keep coming out. It's like, dude, you a piece of crap.
It's like,
A straight up piece of
like,
crap.
when he started off, he was a great husband, a great father, a great doctor.
No, you ain't none of that.
He's none of that.
He ain't a doctor. He ain't a good father. He ain't a good husband. He ain't even a good boyfriend
No.
to the old girl. So anyway,
He sure the hell ain't a good defendant.
no. So anyway, they go to court, and like I said, Fitzgerald cast as reasonable doubt. So Grace made a decision, and the reason why she made this decision is because what happened in the house.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan tried to blame Henry, like basically said, "Did he do it?" Now, knowing what we knew later, knowing what we find out later, what do you mean? So he was trying to, maybe we could put it on him,
Yeah.
and he probably was thinking, well, he's just a juvenile.
Yeah.
He probably ain't gonna do no real time, so we can just say
'Cause,
he
like,
did it.
Because she let him go when he first said, look, since I didn't do it, and I know you was out there, did you do it? Because I ain't going to say nothing if you did, but did you do it?
He said that
To Grace.
Okay.
A few episodes ago.
So this dude keep on trying to throw it on other
Yeah.
people.
He keep and like he
At this point, we thinking, well, he's just an innocent man that just don't believe that somebody else could have done it.
right. And so it's like the husband. What do we know about him? Like, he's not even that good. at like blaming other people for this.
I told you that, and you were saying that. He's
Like,
I just told you that. Remember after that interview, I was like, he seems more guilty. He's not even a good charming. He's not a good charmer. He's not a good liar.
No, and I agree with you on that. But like, I thought clearly, like it. Clearly, that's not because he's the guy,
Right.
because that would be too obvious.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was also thinking that it's like, yeah,
Like he
but
thinks
because he can't be the killer, even though everything keeps pointing
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
This all got to be misdirects that leads to other stuff,
Yeah.
you know. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to where it all ended. Where it all, I know everybody who can't wait to hear where it all ended. So basically, Grace said, "Okay, that's the point where she said, you know what? I think you're guilty, or I don't care if you're guilty. I want you out of my life."
Yeah.
I think that's why she
Well, like,
did what she
and
did.
even if she wasn't sure, like, when she's talking to her dad, and he's like, "This is the man who's gonna. If he gets off, he's going to be in your son's life forever."
Yeah, and so she basically, and I didn't know exactly what she did. So she talked to her lawyer friend, and she was like, "Hey,
I need you to do something.
for me, put me on the stand." I didn't understand why. Now, I didn't like this because I know she would never thought that that Grace would turn on her husband, but they kind of had the case won.
Yeah, like-
Because before that, she put the little boy on the stand,
Mhm.
and the boy on the stand basically said that we talking about Eleanor's son Miguel,
Miguel, yeah.
and he basically said that they fight sometime, and I end up telling my teacher that I was scared when they fight.
So like, at this point, they've got the potential for domestic violence in that household,
Yeah.
corroborated by an authority figure in the child's life, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, all they had to do is sit back and let the jury say, "Oh man, I don't know about that husband though."
Right, that's what I'm saying, and that's the job. That was what she tried to do: point the finger at the
Like
husband.
she even said it point blank. It's like, "Do we want to go?" No, we good.
Yeah, and so, so she did that. I feel like they had the case won because all they got to do is, close up their arguments, and that's it. And Grace like, put me on the stand, and she was like, "Why you shaking your head?" Like, nah. She said, I just figured like Fitzgerald would be like, "Nah, I'm good. No,
It's
we
like
good."
It's like, nah,
We
nah,
good.
no, but I want to. Nah, we good. We
Right.
got it.
Now she's like, put me on stand. I can, and I'm looking like, I would have kind of felt strange about that. Especially, look at this whole case, how she been feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I love her. I was messing with her. I got this other life. This whole time, she just, she's scorned. She
Yeah.
just, so I'm thinking like, nah, you finna try to pull the okey doke on this stand. I ain't gonna do that. No, I'm cool.
It's like, listen, you got 3 seconds left in the game. Do you want to go for that last point, or do you want to just go ahead and let yourself win?
Yeah, because if you try to go for that last point, you might fumble, and that's what happened. They fumbled the ball. Other team ran in the end zone. Game over. Because Grace, got on the stand. She's like, "Oh, he's incapable of violence. He's the nicest person." All this crap, and it's like, yeah, what else you supposed to say? It's your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now when the prosecution got there, which this judge, it kind of cracked me up, where the prosecution got in there and said, basically she wanted her to talk about that conversation she had with her mom.
Mm.
And when she ejected, I was like, that should be a good ejection because she can't prove that this was said.
Right.
Like, where we get to do it, this is not a recorded conversation. This is just something that she said.
Yeah.
You could be lying right now, And they was like, the judge was like, overruled. Oh, I want to hear this.
Well,
Nah, overruled.
Because like the whole thing, and the reason they kept overruling all of her objections was because it was her witness.
I know.
And it's like, I get why
The
that.
way that judge overruled it is like, he was into this.
Nah, this is gonna happen. Go on, girl. Go ahead, talk your talk.
No, he was like, no, overruled. No, but shouldn't you listen to their argument? Like when they eject, usually the judge heard why they gonna eject. He's overruled her before she even
He didn't
could
even
say.
care anymore.
Bro, no.
she's like, object not overruled.
Yeah.
Sit your ass
I
down.
know. He basically says that. Girl, sit your ass. I want to hear this shit. Go ahead. Yeah, finish saying what you're about to say. Because she basically told about he a sociopath. When his sister died, he didn't care, and he never cried. And basically, like, look, he's just a sociopath. She threw him under the bus.
Though, and this is my biggest problem with it. I would almost say that she seemed sociopathic because, like, I'm watching, I'm like, no, clearly you mean to do this.
Yeah,
Like the way you're looking at it was like, yeah.
yeah. Anybody
Yeah.
could tell that. Oh, this is her
Like,
get back right
I-
here.
100% get back. Like that, she ain't even hiding this. Like she looking him dead in the face. Like, yes, Your Honor. She said that he had no remorse or guilt at all.
Yeah,
None. Like,
Right,
Come
and it's
on
like-
now.
okay.
Come on now.
Yeah, this your get back right here. You just threw his ass on the bus, and the reason why she couldn't throw the hammer out because it was going to implicate Henry.
Yeah.
So she basically made everybody look at him a different way, and then he even jumped up like, like I object. Like you ain't no lawyer. Sit your ass down.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Everything you've heard in the last 2 minutes has been a lot. I didn't ask you.
I know. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. But anyway, it was pretty much over for her right there.
Oh yeah.
'cause
It was
it was
done.
game
It was a
over.
done deal.
And, so we finally get to find out what happened. So, the moment that you all been really waiting for, we finally get to find out what happened. and I didn't rack my brain for all these different possibilities. And we got the lawyer, we got Grace, maybe Henry, could be the dad, could be the husband,
Hell, at this point, I'd be willing to accept that maybe it's the cop. He was one of the other dudes.
So I know. So they showed him what happened that night. He went to her house, had sex with her. And I don't even know why we needed to see that. I was like, come on, we already know this. Let's move on. Like they kind of showed a little more of them having sex. I guess they wanted to show how
They
he
didn't have to go into as much detail as they did.
Well,
either,
I guess they
like-
want to show how he didn't he didn't make love to her. He just kind of like banged her. It was like
Yeah.
it's kind of like I'm using you. That's what
Yeah.
it looked like. And it was maybe like some goodbye sex or whatever. And then he basically,
I will say, he wasn't wrong when he said she was obsessed.
yeah, she was, and she was a little crazy, and that's what the lawyer was trying to say. Hey, was she seeing somebody? Are you seeing somebody? I think they both were seeing somebody. So like professional help. But so anyway, we get they saw him have sex, and this is how this whole situation happened. So he said, I went there, had an argument, I left, came back, she was dead. So they had an argument, and I guess she came at him with the hammer,
Yeah.
but not really. I don't think she was trying to hurt him. It was just like I'm mad at you and I'm coming
Yeah.
at you, but I didn't really. Because if she wanted to, she could have just cracked him over the head because he was turned around walking away.
Yeah.
And but before that, though, even before that, they had a little argument. He just started,
Banging her head
banging
on
her
the
head
wall.
against the wall. They made him. They turned him to an evil
He
monster.
went full on Mr. Hyde on her.
Yeah, they made him just an evil monster. He started banging her head against the wall. So what happened, she kind of came at him with the hammer because, rightfully so. Dude, he's assaulting you,
Yeah.
and he couldn't believe it. So he grabbed and hit her upside the head. Why did he continue to hit her? And just kept hitting her. And I had kind of looked away because I was like, I can't watch somebody get their face
Well,
beat in like that.
The one thing, like I kept watching just because I didn't want to miss, just in case like it looked like he was starting to enjoy it,
Yeah.
but it didn't look like he was enjoying it. It just looked like, well, I've already hit you once.
I know. I don't know why he continued to just smash her head. Like, what was you thinking? And after that, it's like, okay, if you crazy enough to do this, be smart enough to have some cover up. Get rid of the body.
Yeah.
You just leave, and what you think gonna happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he left. He left town when he thought he was like maybe maybe I can go back and beat it and act like I didn't do it. Like he probably was just thinking about that the whole time, whatever.
I think he honestly thought if he was charming enough to say, "Oh, come on, y'all, I wouldn't do this."
Look, dude, I hate this character first off, and I'm so mad
The
you
fake
waste
cop.
all our time. You waste everybody. Look, I'm with the father when the father about to hit his ass. I'm like, no, you're not gonna hit him because I'm gonna hit his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knock his ass out because that dude makes me sick.
Like we wasted a whole season.
A whole season believing your rat bastard ass.
No, and so like this is something I had to give props to the showrunners and the writers on. He was such a bad liar and a clear narcissistic sociopath that he couldn't have been the guy.
We only believed him because it was too obvious.
It was too obvious. So we sitting there watching this for the whole season like, no, it can't be him. Because it would clearly be him, and there wouldn't be a show if he was the one who did it.
Yeah.
So it has to be someone else. Like, oh no, he was the guy. What the?
Right, man. And I'm looking like, make no mistake, I knew it could have been you. Everything led to you. So I didn't trust you or like you,
Right.
Jonathan. But I just thought for sure, there's no way it could be actually you.
Exactly. Because look, y'all, at the end of the day,
Son of a bitch.
at the end of the day, me and Antoine are grown ass adults with a decent grasp of basic arithmetic. 1 + 1 = 2 + 3 = 5. We knew that he looked good for this murder. But this is a whodunit. This is a mystery show. It shouldn't be the person who looks most like they did it. It never
You
is.
son of a.
Like, it's,
And look, I'm gonna tell you who else called his punk ass out. Fitzgerald.
yeah.
When she said, well, you messed it up the case. He was like, you so stupid. You didn't even know how to get rid of the damn hammer.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's trying to get on her. It's like, how could you let this happen? Me? You think I'm the reason? You couldn't even get rid of a goddamn hammer.
You moron.
Like, look, like she got so black on his ass.
British black. And then that's the thing. That's another thing with the hammer. I was like, well, that makes him more innocent because he can't be that stupid.
Right. Like,
But he really was that
like,
stupid.
he already ran. Wait, look. He ran, came back, ran further, and didn't get rid of the hammer. There's no way.
Wow.
There's no way.
Wow. And see, that make me think this dude a serial killer.
Yeah.
He keep trophies.
Yeah.
He killed before. So this ain't no, I could never take a human. Yes, you can because you didn't have no problem with it. He didn't even feel bad when he
No.
did it.
Like, cause like I said, it wasn't even like he's like, oh, that felt good when I hit you the first time. It was just like, well, all right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he did. He's clearly a sociopath, but I just like, this dude done this before.
Like, I'm wondering.
They
like,
already checked their unsolved cases. He didn't kill some
dude.
He didn't
Wait,
kill
look,
random people.
Matter of fact, how like at this point, I'm figuring the best friend. He's her baby daddy.
Yeah.
He killed her husband. That's why we never see
Yeah.
him.
And he changed his mind. Like, I don't want you.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I don't want you. I'm going back to Grace.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, she better not hear nothing about it because you'll get the same
Right.
thing your man got. Like, dude, there's got to be like just a trail of bodies.
That's what
behind
I'm
this
saying.
guy.
I'm willing to see a second season if you show Jonathan just being a deranged serial killer.
Yeah.
Like all his murder victims, I'm willing to see that.
like just the evil version of Dexter.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And he ain't killing other killers. He killing innocent people.
Yeah.
So, but this not the very end. So once we found out it was actually him, he, like a coward he is, take Henry and try to drive off a bridge or something.
Yeah.
Where he drive to the bridge, and I'm like, man, jump! Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He goes,
Go ahead.
he goes
I
to
ain't gonna
the
stop you.
and I'm looking like, dude, why didn't he? If he was gonna run, why didn't he just run himself? You know, Why you such a coward?
'Cause-
I
'cause-
hate this dude.
Because again, he's a narcissist. Like he is a narcissistic sociopath. He cannot stop.
That's the
until-
only person that was on his side.
Yeah,
his son.
but it's like he
And
told.
he was willing to blame him.
Yeah, but like it's like he told Henry in the car. He needed to know that his legacy was secure. So he needed to know that his son was on his. He could have died happy knowing his son was like, my dad would never. It's like, that's right, son. I would never. And
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
seemed
die
like-
thinking that you think that. Like
Right.
that's what he wanted.
It seemed like he was in love with the image of who he's supposed to be and not who
Yeah.
he really was.
Yeah.
Where he was saying, that guy that did that, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that you know. That's what I want you to know or whatever. But that's not you. So
Well, because like in his mind, the version of him that killed Elena is an unsuccessful version of him. Because the real him would have won that whole scenario,
yeah,
and she would have done what he told her to, and that would have been the end of it. And then when he felt like getting her again, he would have gone back and she would have let him in. Because in his mind, the right version of events, everyone does what he tells them to.
yeah, yeah. Well, not today. Not
Right.
today, you boy. I can't
Not
stand
today,
this crap.
Satan.
But no, what did you feel? How did you feel about this ending like this? That it was Jonathan the whole time.
You know what it is? Like, it's not even that it's an unsatisfactory ending. It's that the ending makes the rest of the viewing experience unsatisfactory.
Yeah, I know.
Like, because, like, I wouldn't have minded if it turned out like it was a lot more complex than it seemed.
Yeah,
Like,
but
everyone
Oh, yeah,
had
yeah.
a small hand in it. Like, everyone was crooked. Everyone was off. I would have been fine with that. But for it to just be, no, Jonathan did it. It was
Yeah.
exactly what it looked like the whole time.
Yeah, cops got it right. Cops got it right. The dad got it right.
And you know what it is like, and I'm wondering if this is the whole point, but like the whole series feels like they were leading you away from the truth, right?
Yeah.
So they go out of their way to only show you the cops seeming like they're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah,
They only show you, the evidence pointing at other people
yeah,
until the very end, when it's just like, I don't know why you was looking over there. It's clearly been this guy the whole time.
yeah.
Because that's what you told me to do.
And it's like, okay, I don't know. Yeah, right. Only problem, I was disappointed, but then again, when I think about it, if they would have done anything to try to be clever, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Like,
I'm
'cause
thinking,
I'm with you on that because, like, even the theory of like, what if the son found out and he couldn't handle it, or
Right.
what if Grace had she has a whole nother personality?
Yeah.
It's like,
which
oh,
I
really?
think at this point they done that so many times on movies where it would have been a eye rolling moment.
Yeah,
Where you say, like when I say it was the lawyer, remember I said if it was her, I'm still going to be disappointed
Yeah.
because that's kind of a little too obvious and it's nobody else. If it's Grace, still going to be disappointed because it was a split personality. Like, come on now.
Mm.
If it was Henry, the son, like that would have been
like,
out there, but
There's-
that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I still would have been like, yeah, I don't see that.
Right.
I wouldn't believe that. And it was the dad. I'm like, I don't see why would you do that.
Right.
You would kill him, not her. And so none of them really added up.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the problem here. Is like their whole twist is that there wasn't a twist.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Is that cool for you?
I had to. Like, this is the thing about it, is like I didn't enjoy it, but I have to give it to him.
Yeah,
Because, like, the only way for you to win with this storyline is to say, you want to know who it really is? It's exactly what it looks like. And I feel like, because you know what it is?
It's like if you do a murder mystery, the guy with the knife in his hand did it.
Yeah. It's like, it's like
What's the mystery?
like any CSI.
Wasting our time, you know that,
yeah,
right?
Any episode of CSI where it's like, I don't know how I got here with this blood on my hands. Because you killed him. That's how.
Yeah.
In the episode, right?
Y'all know, that's it.
And so like it feels very like unsatisfactory, and that I guess that's because they make this a very realistic show because you get the right level of human drama that you get when these cases are in your town, you know. But at the same time, it's like it's never like the salacious like daytime, you know, primetime TV. You know, it was the butler the whole
Yeah.
time.
I
It was
mean-
that stuff doesn't really happen. So like this was like, no, this is how these cases go. The guy got caught. He tried to convince you he didn't do it. He almost convinced you that he didn't do it, but he did it, and we found out. So he's the guy.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, is this it? Or are they gonna like? I think they said this is it. It's a limited series.
Yeah,
I think it's got to be it because I swear
It needs
one,
to be it.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how it ended. It. You know, Jonathan tried to make a run for it, or he was just like the coward he is. He act like he was going to commit suicide so people could run in and save him.
Yes.
He wasn't gonna actually do it. And then that was the end. You know, the police didn't shoot him. I was like, shoot his ass. You know, I wouldn't have been mad if they just shot his ass. They took him in, and that's the end. And I'm looking like, okay, that was good, but this is it. Can't really be a season 2 unless they're willing to do an anthology series.
Yeah.
Like if the writers want to keep it a series going on in this universe, I'm cool with.
I mean, but
watching
in that
it.
case, just make a crime show.
I know. I'm cool with watching, or just like if it's the same showrunners, the same style. I would like to see this story in the limited series being told like in 6 episodes like that, but not the same characters. Like,
Right.
it's done with them.
Yeah.
You know. So that is the end of the Undoing, man. Like we said, Jonathan did it the whole time.
Yeah.
He had people food, and he didn't really have any food. But I just didn't think it could be possible
Like,
that.
that's what's so weird about it. It's like, he didn't fool any of us, which is why we didn't suspect.
I know, man. Man, I hate that dude. It's like I only think I'm gonna be able to look at Hugh Grant the same way. If he
Like-
playing anything, I'm like, I hate
'Cause,
this
like-
guy.
like, I would have rather felt like he was doing a bad job of playing a better character than for him to do such a good job of playing this
I'm gonna tell you like this,
scumbag.
and if he didn't have grace, he would not even have. He wouldn't even be out of jail right now.
No. Dude, are you kidding? If this dude didn't have Grace and all of her daddy's money behind him,
Yeah,
bruh, he would have been so gone.
yeah. So anyway, that is our review for the Undoing series finale. It was a good show. It was a good watch, and it's only 6 episodes, a limited series, and this is a spoiler discussion because we told you the ending, so you can go back and watch it. But sorry, you know the ending.
Yeah. And like this,
But it's a good show,
Right.
The ride.
I will say this doesn't have the same kind of replay value that most mysteries have.
No,
Since you don't get to
yeah,
say,
but you could watch it just to see little tidbits that you might
yeah,
have.
but like there
noticed.
isn't that like this is how you could have seen that it was him the whole time from here. It's like
Yeah.
like
It was
it's out
clear
there.
it was him the whole time. You just didn't think you're not gonna. It's like I put, a stack of money right here and say, that's yours, take it, and you like,
Yeah.
okay, where's the trap at?
Yeah.
You're looking for the trap. You ain't gonna just grab the money. And that's
it's
it.
like it's like if someone were to say it's like on some fantasy stuff, it's like one of these things in front of you is a monster and the rest are completely safe, and they've got a treasure chest, a statue of an ogre, and a chair. It was the ogre the whole time. Really?
Yes.
Really? That's how you gonna do me?
So anyway, yeah, that is our review for the Undoing, episode 6. It's good show. It's on HBO Max. Check it out.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna move on.